Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday morning Batavia Rotary. This is going to be our first attempt with me running the meeting remotely instead of in person. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, thank you, Peter. So thanks everybody for joining us. Let's go ahead and start off with invocation. Brandon, would you mind saying a prayer for us, please?
All right, we're going to begin with our invocation. Let's pray. Our Father in heaven, we thank you this morning for being able to be here. That's kind of a big thing right now. So we're grateful for the opportunity to be here. We're grateful to be able to do this safely. And we're grateful to have the option for folks to be at home and to be safe as well. Thank you for this Rotary Club. Thank you for the people that are members of it, the group together that we are concerned for our community and able to make such an impact. We're grateful for our students today, and we ask your blessing on them as we welcome them and as we honor them for their achievements so far. And we just pray that those achievements continue all throughout their lives. And we pray these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Now for the pledge. I'm going to try to lead this remotely. We'll see if everybody gets off. I apologize, but we'll go ahead and start. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Brandon, how's my audio in the room? Can everybody hear me? It's weird that we can't see anyone in the room.
Yeah, you know, just keep going. We got about as high as it'll go today.
All right, I'll try to speak up. All right. Well, like I said, thanks for joining everybody. This is a first experience leading remotely, so we'll work through the kinks. But I appreciate everybody's patience. We have several guests with us today. We have Tara Mcfadden is joining us from Police Wives of Cincinnati, and we're going to get to hear from her in a little bit after Student of the Month. So Tara, thanks for joining us. She is going to be virtual. And then we have Cameron Rodriguez from Batavia. He's joining us with his father remotely as well. So we'll get to hear from him in a little bit. And then I'm assuming everyone else is in person because I don't see them on the screen, but Abby Puckett from CNE. And then obviously we have Mr. Derrickson and Mr. Glassmeyer joining us as well. So we'll go ahead and get started with the Student of the Month presentation. Let's start with TJ, if you're available.
He's walking forward.
Good morning. Thanks for having us once again. I truly appreciate the opportunity to recognize one of our best and brightest, and today is no exception with Abby Puckett. I've been incredibly excited to bring this young lady to you. When I sketch at the beginning of the year, I sit down and sketch out who my students of the month are going to be, and she was at the top of my list. She is just a phenomenal young lady, incredibly talented, hardworking, and been very involved in her high school career. She is on the cross country team, the soccer team, the track team. She's part of our Difference Makers Club, and she is a part of our barrier breaking, stereotype breaking girls wrestling team, which we are incredibly excited about this year, and they are doing an absolute phenomenal job. Incredible group of young ladies. But the thing that most impresses me about Abby is her leadership skills. You can tell she is someone that the other students and the other players on her team look up to. And she is constantly pushing herself and her teammates to do their best and to give their best efforts. She is a helper, she's a role model, and she wants to make her school a better place. Our Difference Makers Club is a group of kids that we bring together to help tackle issues in the school. And every time at every meeting, she has some very insightful comments, some great ideas. And we've been truly, honestly lucky and blessed to have her at CNE. And I know she's going to do great things in her future. Abby Puckett.
thank everyone for having me today. After high school, I plan to study sports management and become a college coach.
Morning, Abby,
Morning.
and welcome to Rotary, and thank you for being here
Thank you.
this morning. Congratulations on being selected as Student of the Month. Obviously, very well deserved from the few words we've heard this morning. And do you have is that your mom with you?
Mhm.
Would you like to introduce your mom?
That's my mom, Erica Puckett.
Hi. We'd like to, the community group, thank you for your role in developing and motivating Abby here. I'm sure that you're a big part of her success. And most of your success you have done, obviously. And it's the Difference Makers Club. I've never heard of that. That's a great idea. And most of our students are difference makers, and you obviously are one. And obviously done a lot for your school, making it a better place. And you obviously have made the community a better place, because if you have a good school, you normally have a good community. And I really just marvel at the students this year, because it's hard enough to exist this year and to function this year, much less lead this year. And yet the students that we've had so far that has not held them back whatsoever. And on behalf of Rotary, which is again an organization that tries to help the community, we thank you for your role in that. It's just phenomenal that you're able to lead the way you do this year with all that's going on. And I'm sure that it's a great role model for others when they see that. And what we have for you today, a few things. We have a Scholastic Achievement Award, and you can keep that forever. And then we have a USB port, memory port. And we have a $50 gift certificate to Olive Garden. I think it's good at other restaurants as well. And we have the honor cord, the Rotary honor cords that students normally wear at graduation. Hopefully you'll get to graduate in person this year. That's our hope. And so let me present that to you. And again, on behalf of our Rotary, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you're doing and what you will do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. There you go. Picture. Mask on or off? Okay.
All right, let's do one with mask off. Let's do it mask off.
I look better. Smile.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you.
Stay there.
I'm assuming Mr. Derrickson knows that he's up next.
He is coming.
All right.
Morning, everyone. Very happy to be here. Very pleased to bring you one of the students at Batavia that has a heart of gold. The student that I'm bringing to you today, I'll read some of his community services to you. Sack Lunch Saturday, he delivers lunches to the homeless, passes out water at the local parks, National Night Out, Chinese Ministries, Matthew 25 Ministries, and Vacation Bible School volunteer. A young man that in our school, you're just happy to see this student walking down the halls. He is a pleasure to be around. He is somebody that just brings joy to your heart as soon as you see him. So I will let him describe to you his Chinese ministry, because I think it's amazing what he's doing. So Cameron, I know you're on there.
Hello.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
very much for that introduction. So pretty much at Chinese ministry, we go help the Chinese born Americans while we go help the kids while their parents are having a business meeting. And we just get to help the kids. We get to see them multiple days. And we're just able to teach them about God while we're there. We get to show kids to Christ from very different age groups. I think it goes all the way from like kindergarten to like 8th grade. It was a really, really nice experience.
You want to tell them what you want to do after high school?
Oh yeah, after high school, I want to attend either Wilmington College or Xavier University. And I'm planning to major in business.
You'll pass it to the screen.
Okay.
Cameron, congratulations on being selected the Rotary Student of the Month. And it just does our heart good to hear about people like yourself and like Abby. And do you have any guests with you this morning?
I have with me my father. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for your contribution. You know, Cameron, when you arrived at school, there was a culture that was already set that you've been a recipient of. And you've certainly gone above and beyond to enhance that culture and to take it forward. And that's what good leaders do. And we appreciate your leadership. And there's an old saying that talent is a gift and character is a choice. And you obviously have selected to have great character. And what a great combination that is for a leader to have. And both you and Abby, in a few months, will graduate and move on and for your future plans. But what's really, really cool is that even though you won't be there next year at school, all your influence will still be there and all Abby's influence will still be there. And people are going to benefit from that. And that's how it works. You know, when people are committed and they're great leaders and they do good things every day, that goes on and on and on. And as a community group that Rotary is, we appreciate that. It makes our community good and it keeps our community good, having people like you and Abby in that community. And I don't know how I'm going to get these to you, but we do have the Scholastic Achievement Award and we have the memory port. We'll get these to you somehow. And we have a $50 gift certificate to Texas Roadhouse. And we have the Rotary Honor Cords. And hopefully you'll wear those proudly at graduation. We certainly are proud to present them to you. Thank you. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. Okay. I'll look at the camera, right?
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Okay. Will you be? Okay.
Now, if you only have $25 on your gift card, you don't miss the check.
Yeah. True. You know that.
Yeah. Special delivery is being arranged for.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you, Abby and Cameron, for joining us, and Mr. Derrickson Glassmeyer as well. As always, you're welcome to join us for the rest of the meeting, but if you wanted to hop off, now would be a great time to start your day. with anything you have going on. So thanks for being here. All right. One thing I meant to mention at the beginning, which would apply to Student of the Month people as well, but I wanted to touch base again on inclement weather rules for Batavia Rotary. We do follow the Batavia school schedule, so if they are closed or on a delay, we are going to hold our meeting at the same time, just all virtual rather than in person. So we are still going to meet at the regular 7:30 time on a delay, or if Batavia schools are closed, it's just going to be all online rather than in person. So please keep that in mind as we're getting interesting weather over the next few months. So next on the agenda, I'm going to jump right into Tara Mcfadden. If you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about yourself and about what you do. You're here with Police Wives of Cincinnati, from what I understand. Your wife to Officer Edwin Mcfadden III, and then 3 kids, but I'll let you kind of do your own introduction and presentation.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So yes, I'm Tara. I thank you so much for having me with you guys today. I appreciate being able to do remote. I have a sick little one here at home, so it's nice to be able to do this remotely. But yes, I am with Police Wives of Ohio. I have my husband is in law enforcement for 13 years, I think it's been. So he works for the Great Parks of Hamilton County, and I'll go ahead and bring up my presentation. Let's see. Make sure I can do this correctly.
Tara, I just made you a co-host. You should be able to share your screen.
All right. Can everybody see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Okay, perfect. So, Police Wives of Ohio, I know that you guys have helped us out before in the past with the Rotary Club with Claremont County and a little bit with the parks. So I just wanted to, for anyone who's new and not familiar with the Police Wives, I just wanted to tell a little bit about our organization. We're a nonprofit organization established back in 2012. We have 5 charters throughout the state. We are a group of wives that help out, and I shouldn't say just wives, or significant others that meet the criteria, that help out and represent law enforcement, as well as do anything we can to work together to support each other as what we call a family unit in our Thin Blue Line family. So our mission statement for the Police Wives is to strive and provide emotional and financial support to law enforcement and their families throughout the state of Ohio. We believe in encouragement and moral boosting. We have our Cincinnati charter, our vision and values to aspire and build up sisterhood and to support each other and through our journey. And we do that through compassion, community, and collaboration. For some of our priorities that we have, besides with emotional and financial support, we have our Facebook groups. We have multiple Facebook groups that are private that we have for each charter, as well as private page for members. We help support the fallen. We support major incidents that may occur, like in the past year with riots. We collected food and water during those days to help some of the law enforcement that was working day after day, hours after hours on weekends, things like that. we have our appreciation days, which we gather items for to show our thanks. We have wives gathering, couples dates nights, family outings. Unfortunately, in 2012 or 2020, kind of, as COVID has done for everybody, it kind of limited us. So we only got to do a few of those, but we've also raised money for tourniquets, the blanket toy drive, and participate in community police events. On my slideshow, I put pictures specifically from Claremont County. So you can see where we did back in last December or January, we did blanket drive, as well as Police Week. We still were able to get everything together for National Police Week. So a little bit about myself. I've been Claremont County leader for the last 3 years and an active member for Police Wives of Ohio for 5 years. You can see a picture of my family there. I serve as the primary point of contact for the department liaisons, which department liaisons then contact the are in direct contact for the departments for the 14 law enforcement departments. We partner with the local organizations to help raise funds. We plan two events in Claremont County, also coordinate and facilitate the delivery of the food, goodie bags, tourniquets, things like that. So here's a few pictures from tourniquet deliveries. And I do believe this was either November, December of 2019 or January 2020, in the last a little bit over in the last year, as well as a toy and food drive from where we had donated for the officers to give out to kids that have been impacted. Here's some of our pictures from Police Week for 2020. I didn't include all our pictures for things because I didn't want to put too much on you guys. That would be a really long presentation, but I did want to include some pictures. So part of the reason why I'm here today is, so in the past, you guys have donated some funds to help with National Police Week, and out of some wives that have been some wives that have lost their husbands in the line of duty, wanted to make sure that we didn't make Police Week made it more of a, instead of the memorial, instead of like a celebration, even though we were doing it more as a memorial, but they just expressed concerns to this. We kind of switched it this year to Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. And so that's what we've been working on just recently. So for Claremont County, I've been collecting, we actually started something new and tried doing an Amazon wish list and put it out there as far as collecting snacks and Gatorade and goodies. And I just put on a bunch of things on there that, the officers might like to have as a appreciation gift. And so you can see the picture of what I have donated currently. I took that last night. And it's a lot, but when you have 340 officers, it goes by fast. So if we're able to get enough donated, I would like to make a goodie bag for each officer. If not, then I'll split the goodies up based on the number of officers for each department and make sure that it's, do a big basket of goodies that they can just have. So here are the goodie bag items that I have listed and the needs. As you can see, there's just a bunch of different snacks and stuff, candy, crackers, cookies, gum, a memo pad and pen. They use those when they're on their stops, hand warmers if it gets cold and they're out on a stop, hand sanitizer, chapstick, things like that. And of course, a thank you postcard. Also, I listed off the number of items that are still needed for every, for what I'm still needing. And it is on January 9th. So that is just this week. So we've been working hard to get some of those items over the last, this week for appreciation. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And anything you guys are willing to help support us, we would definitely appreciate and get to our law enforcement. Any questions?
Tara, I had a quick question. So those items, is that, I know you mentioned there were 2 Claremont County events. Is that those going towards Claremont County specifically, or is that just in general? Tara?
Oh, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now, yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you had said.
Oh, no problem. I said the items that you had listed that were still in need, is that a Claremont County specific event, or is that just
Yes.
Cincinnati? Okay.
Yes, this is not for, every county is doing their own collections. And so this is just for Claremont County.
Awesome.
Tara, I had 2 questions for you. Thank you so much for all that you do in giving back to your community and all that your husband does in giving back to our communities, and the sacrifice that your family makes every day. You said 340 officers are served. Are they in Claremont County, or is that those? So that's the ones.
Yes, that is for, and those were the numbers that I had been last given. I mean, I have planned for a couple, actually, as departments have hired and things like that. But those are for the 300. Yeah, that covers all the departments.
And then do you have a,
by the way, hi. Sorry, she's my sick one.
Oh, we're sorry you don't feel well. Do you have a link that you can share in the comment section, and I can then put into our email that goes out to our members for that Amazon
Yes.
list, so that we could,
Yes.
We can even personally support that as we are able.
That would be great. And I can always give you, I can always do a pickup sometime this week if you wanted to just go to the store, or if Amazon's not going to get it there in time since it is kind of late. So, or we could do like a meet. However, I'm sure I can give you my address if you'd want to just drop it off. Whatever would work for whoever. I'd be willing to, work around that. So I will definitely give you my contact information as well for.
Okay. And I'll just say for those in the room and those online, if you would like to make a donation, like an actual item donation, and you guys, most of you know where I am. If you want to drop it off at my house, I'll make sure that I connect with Tara before this weekend, before the event, so that we can get that transitioned over to you.
There are those of us who are still enamored of a 20th century custom called cash. I am curious, therefore, as to where a donation of cash or a check or whatever might be sent. Is the club planning on doing anything? If so, we'll have to talk about what my possible contribution to that would be, Seth. But I have a feeling that Tara will not walk away from this meeting empty-handed.
No, she will not. I think we still do need to discuss that as a board after this meeting, but I can definitely touch base with you on that, Peter.
Okay. It looks like a worthy cause, although it's incredibly sexist, really. Fails to
Actually,
take.
we have our first. We have a male that actually joined as a husband in one of our charters. So they have accepted a husband. I know it's still considered police wives. I think that's just because it's the because of the 504C, how, you know, that they have to register, but we have accepted we have our first male member. So.
Well, I'm glad to see you graduating to the 20th century. It's a good thing regardless.
Yeah.
Nicole, do you have a copy of the presentation so we can get those numbers by chance? The numbers of items still needed?
I am, Tara, I'm gonna put my, send you my contact information and we'll talk after the meeting.
Okay, that sounds great.
Awesome, thank you.
We have a question in the room.
Yes.
Yeah, if we could have in our newsletter, if you could put I'm not sure if Tara was able to hear that question or not.
No, I was not.
Whomever has the question, would you be able to step closer to the mic this morning, please?
Yeah, I feel like we might need to do that. Here, Vic.
Yeah, Tara, if we could send that presentation maybe to Nicole so she could list some of the things that are on that still needed list in our newsletter, so that, as Nicole said, we could drop them off. Nicole lives in our neighborhood, so it'd be nice to be able to drop them off.
Absolutely. We will definitely get you that information. And Brandon Little knows where I live and has all my information as well. So if for some reason, but I will get you all of that information so that way you guys have it, and you could text me, I can coordinate, pick up, anything like that. Say hi.
Any other questions? All right, fantastic. Well, Tara, thanks so much for joining us. Very much appreciate it. You're, again, welcome to stay on if you need to go take care of her. We definitely understand. And what's her name?
Kinley.
Kinley. She doesn't seem very sick.
Oh, she was up. We were up all night.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Well, maybe it's time for a nap then.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Good.
It's not.
Well, thank you
we're
so
not
much.
COVID, so that's at least a good thing.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. But thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Tara.
Of course. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, sorry. Tara, I just put my phone number in the chat there for you. So just connect with me.
All right. All right, fantastic. All right, moving down the list here, I do have some birthdays and anniversaries to announce. So I don't see Don on the screen. Is Don Wriggling in the room there?
No.
Anyone? No. All right, well, it was his Rotary anniversary on the 1st of the year. So if anyone does talk to him throughout the week, tell him our congratulations. I'll be on the lookout for him next meeting as well. And then is Barb Brenner in the room?
She is.
She is. Well, Barb, it is your birthday coming up, I believe, or I forget the exact day now. I should have had that up, but happy birthday.
She probably doesn't remember it either.
On January 12th, it says. On January 12th.
Wow.
All you can do is take your mother's word for it, I mean, come on.
So happy birthday, Barb. Tony, would you like to do the honors and sing to Barb for us in the room?
Yeah, Barb, come stand in front of the camera here so we can all appreciate you. Oh, Tony's going to sing to her. Okay. I want you to stand just right there. Yep. And come.
Wants to look that way?
Yeah, actually, look, this is where you're
Come here, Barb.
looking.
We got our masks on, by the way, so we're
being safe. They say it's your birthday, or so we've been told. And though she seems ageless, she's another year old. On a cake, there'll be candles all lighted for you. And everyone is singing, Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome. Enjoy seeing you at that.
Fantastic. Over the last couple months, really, we've been announcing I guess 3 months, we've been announcing a matching opportunity for foundation giving for Rotary Foundation. So thank you to everyone who took advantage of that. I think, and I should have had this pulled up, but Peter, I was going to ask you, we had several people that were able to take advantage of donating to that and having the club match. I forget the exact numbers. Peter, do you have those?
11.
11
of our members did that, stepped up and had their contributions matched.
Fantastic. And I think there are at least 4 or 5 first-time givers on that list as well.
Yes, there are.
That was the goal of, or one of the goals outside of just supporting the Rotary Foundation, but that was definitely one of the goals, is to get people on the board for giving. So
including one very hard nut who I will not identify, who finally cracked.
that is great. We appreciate it. And then I did want to let everybody know it is January, but that matching opportunity is still available. So I think for tax purposes, you have until the tax deadline to make prior year contributions, from my understanding. But the club is still going to match those donations going forward through the end of the Rotary year. So up until we are out of funds. So if you haven't had the chance to do it and still are contemplating, please feel free to do that, and then just let us know that that you're doing that, and we'll definitely get that matched. So thanks for everybody that already participated, though. Tony, I'm going to ask you an update on signs. I thought I was out and about and saw a new sign up and Adam, or has that been able to take place yet?
Yeah, the county's put out the big wheel and the sign by our flag stand. I knew that. I saw that on there. And we do have the smaller wheels that are all up on the signs. We're just waiting for the bigger ones that we were supposed to order to come in, and we'll get them up. Shouldn't take long.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think I saw that big one that I guess the county did. I wasn't sure if we got all those in or not, but
yeah, the posts are all in the ground and the signs are up. We just need the bigger ones to come in.
Okay, great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You know what? I got the big ones. They came in. There you go. We got the big ones. Yeah. Cool.
What's that? Big ones came in?
Yeah, they did actually. They came in over the holidays, and there was a lot of stuff that came in.
No worries. No worries. Excited to see that.
They're hanging on its walls. Okay. Yeah. I'll get them from Brandon, and we'll get them up here in the next week or so.
Okay, no problem. No problem at all. Appreciate it. I think I did want to mention, and I don't think she'd mind us saying this, but Lisa is out today. Just keep her and her family in your thoughts and prayers. She has a family member that's fairly sick with COVID. So just maybe reach out to her if you feel comfortable doing that, or just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. But she is going through a lot right now. I think could use some support. So that's why she's not here today. But
that Mary Jane is also getting tested today.
Oh, okay. I noticed she was going to be online, but she's not. So that's good to hear. I hope all is well with her.
Could you repeat that comment? I couldn't hear it.
Mary Jane is also getting tested today for COVID. I don't know if she was experiencing symptoms or what, but I think it's hitting close to home for a lot of people. So be mindful of that. Yes.
We've got He's no longer a member of our club, but I know he's shared pictures on Facebook, so it's a public knowledge. Cliff has been hospitalized for COVID.
Oh
since
no.
Christmas. So we just prayers for him. He is in isolation. I don't believe he's in the ICU, but he's in isolation in one of the COVID units. I don't know which hospital, but I happened to catch that post. And he shared a couple posts and pictures from sitting in a hospital bed. And so he was not able to spend New Year's and everything with his kids. And we just pray for him as well.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. All right, moving on. Let's try to get a more positive mood in the room after those announcements. Brandon, would you mind walking around with a basket for Happy Bucks today?
Sure, I'll do that. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't even have a joke. Yeah. All right, who's happy? Speak loud. Brandon, speak loud and kind of speak that direction.
Brandon, I'm happy that we're here. I'm here and very happy to be here as a new member, Mike. So nice to be able to meet you in person here. Good to see you, Mike. Welcome, Mike. Welcome, Mike.
Very happy to be here since last January. I just wanted to, I just wanted to mention that Tony and I did a podcast last week. It's on our website, and our engineers said it was the best podcast they could have done. No editing required. It was just terrific. So it was, you can see it on Spotify, on Inside United, or go to our ucg.org website, top button there, for the podcast. Tony had a very interesting discussion with me about the police department in the last year. You all catch that? Okay. Good. I've been playing with that volume.
Well, I was hoping Mary Jane would be here. But I'm just happy for the help of our Rotarians and everybody that's here.
Great. So he put quarters in.
It's Buckeyes.
You have a buck. For our bucks and for our two students, Abby and Kevin.
Hey, Harry, OH.
I know. I'm really a UC guy, but they lost.
You're fickle. They worked hard at that. For student of the month, it's good to match a face with the screen, Mike. I'm sure you're the one we saw, right?
Yes. With the palm trees. Carry those around with us.
All right, that's it for in the room.
Hey, Brandon, I've got your joke for you.
Oh, good.
Okay. Everybody hear me?
Yes.
A woman died and descended into heaven. As she walked to the pearly gates of heaven, she saw St. Peter at the gate. St. Peter asked her denomination. She answered, I don't have one. So St. Peter took her to the different religions in separate rooms. First, he opened the door where the Baptists were. They were drinking and having a great time. Then St. Peter took her to the Methodists. They were dancing and having a great time. She looked at St. Peter with a surprised look, and then he took her to the room where the Catholics were. They were just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. So she turns to St. Peter with another puzzled look. So he tells her that the Catholics were all partied out since they were able to do everything on earth.
Man. You're an equal opportunity offender, aren't you?
Hey, I did it myself even, it's
Great.
I could have sworn you were going to say the Baptists were eating casseroles.
Man,
we're not going to put up with that.
By the way, Batavia Faith United Methodist and Summerside have jointly published a cookbook. You reminded me of that with casseroles. Cookbook, copies of which are available, and you have to know that the casserole is the official dish of the United Methodist Church.
That's good, Peter.
Moving right along.
Yeah. Next,
Mr. President.
we had a quiet Christmas and New Year, but we were able to get together with my parents, and then we did obviously Zoom with everybody around the country, family members. But I'm happy to start off January of 2021 and just start fresh. I think there's a lot of good things coming down the pike for my family and work, and Batavia Club as well. So I'm excited for all of that. And then also I'll send a few bucks for each student of the month as well. And Mike, Fike, I apologize. I didn't see you in the room at the beginning. I definitely would have announced you. Welcome to the club. We appreciate you being here and willingness to join and support Batavia Rotary. So thank you and welcome. Sorry I missed you at the beginning.
Happy to be here.
Any other virtual happy bucks? Mac.
Before the meeting started, Keith was on here and I asked him if Batavia would accept an exchange student if we could make that happen, and he gave the thumbs up. So that's good news. We've discussed that at the board before. So if we can make it happen, that'd be great. I think there's an 80% chance that it won't happen. I was on a call the other day with people from 43 different countries, Rotary International, and a whole bunch of groups getting updates from all the countries, and things aren't looking good around the world. But I'm hopeful that we're going to have an exchange student.
Anyone else? All right, if not, does anyone else have anything for the good of the order? I think that was all the items on my agenda. Anyone else want to bring anything to the table to discuss?
Everybody good here? Yep.
All right, we're good here.
All right, fantastic. Then if everyone wants to rise, we'll finish off with the 4A test.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Time out.
Yeah, Seth, yeah, I wanted to bring something up. We talked about it yesterday. As you guys might know, I've been going to the Rotary Leadership Institute and shamelessly borrowed one of the ideas that we came up during a brainstorming session about what we could possibly do to, as a Rotary club, help out in this crisis right now. And I think an idea that I wanted to bring forward, and I talked to Sheila about it also, because we have a lot of critical mass in this club. We could definitely provide some help, I think. I reached out to our district governor, Greg Berkemeyer, who got back to me really quickly. He was very, very helpful. I thought, well, maybe with his exposure to different clubs, he might have an idea what people are talking about out there, maybe give an idea of how we as Rotary could help out in a small way, at least, with this immunization program. And one of the ideas I had, and I want to bring it up here and maybe just get a little bit of brainstorming for folks, maybe find the pump here, is you might remember back in early during the crisis in March, Sheila had reached out to the Rotary and said, hey, I've got a call list of seniors at the YMCA. And she also mentioned that she's going to, I talked to Sheila yesterday, and she has some connections at the health department, and obviously through Lisa, we've got connections with the senior center. So the way this is going potentially is, when I was doing some calling early in the crisis to seniors, what I found was seniors typically in Claremont County are covered pretty well by their older kids, which is a great thing. The kids can take care of them, and they said, hey, we're good, we're good. Now, there are some folks who don't have spouses, they don't even have any kids that are seniors. So obviously where this is going is the governor is designated, and I think most states have designated that seniors are going to be at the front of the line for immunizations. And at a minimum, what I was thinking we could possibly do, and now the district governor said, well, maybe we can set up our Rotary facilities as a possible immunization
there's a whole maze of confused governmental implementation that's coming forward on this. And as you could imagine, seniors, I mean, I've been looking at this, and I think most of you guys have been looking at it and going, gosh, when am I going to get immunized, or how is this going to happen? Who's going to be in the second tier, all of that. I can't even imagine what seniors are thinking. You know, they have no idea where they're going to go, when it's going to happen, all of that type of thing. I think it might be possible that we could, and Sheila's looking into this, make at least some calls around with just a small checklist. When we talk, and folks that are very receptive, when you call them, you tell them you're from Rotary, they don't hang up on you or anything. Oh, Rotary, and you know, we're here to maybe give you some information where you're interested in learning about immunization, that type of thing. And they're probably going to say, yeah, what's going on here? And if we just had like a small checklist, maybe we would know within the next couple of weeks, or hopefully the next week, where people can go, you know, how we can get them there. Hey, you know, can your kids get you there? All of that type of thing. Do you guys have any ideas or have any?
Are you working with senior citizens?
I'm sorry?
Are you working with senior citizens?
Yeah, with the senior center. Yeah, I mean, with Lisa, we're going to be talking to them. One of the things there is possibly privacy as far as releasing names. For why it didn't, I think they must sign some type of release for their names there, but she was going to look into that.
Yeah, I think we could work with senior services. We could work with Council on Aging. We have great contacts there through the safety net. We could, I'm sure if there's an opportunity for us to serve in that way, we could get in on that.
And then, you know, this could possibly snowball to other Rotary clubs. Lisa had talked about, she knows, you know, Williamsburg and East Side would be happy to join us on this. You know, as the governor decides on other groups that are going to be ripe for immunization, maybe we can help out in that area too.
Fellas, maybe it's just my ears that are not as good as everybody else's, but your conversational tone is not carrying well into the online world, and I hope you will be speak a little bit louder in order that we can also hear you and participate.
We'll send you a memo, Peter.
Alan, Julian's very involved with the distribution of the schools. Our school nurses they've already started immunizing some of our school nurses to start doing faculty and things like that. We've offered.
Well, that didn't work.
We've offered up our schools as a place that community can come. I think there's still court trying to figure out how to do that distribution. I think the governor frustrated with the delivery of those the shots right now. So I think he's going to mobilize. This is my opinion. I think he's going to mobilize the National Guard and get them involved. I think we'll see it. I agree with you. I think back to that, however we can help.
Yeah.
Mainly it's just communication.
So Alan, I would suggest that you and Sheila can continue to have conversations, and if you need, Sheila can certainly contact Senior Services, Cindy, Graham Key, Judy Eshman's at Council on Aging. We can make those connections and do whatever they'll let us do.
Okay, I'll get back to you guys.
Shane from the Claremont Mercy.
Right.
Yeah,
there you go.
Make sure you reach out to him because I think they're.
Yeah, she had recommended Mercy, and one of the thoughts I had was, you know, with their satellite site over there at the high school, that's you know, we can't really, you know, some of that stuff is going to be governmental, but at a minimum, a phone tree that's kind of checking people and helping them out with beauty, I think might be good.
Yeah, they have no idea where to go.
No.
Nor is there anywhere to go like that.
Right.
All right, Seth, back to you.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Alan. I apologize. I did have that on my list and I just completely overlooked it. So I apologize. We did talk about that over the weekend. So thanks for making sure we talked about that. I think it's a great opportunity for us to kind of get involved with that. So I appreciate it. All right. Anything else from anyone?
Now we good?
All right.
We're good. We're good.
We're good. Let's go ahead and stand. And then Rotary four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First,
First, is it the truth?
Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
I assume board members stick around?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I'll be with you.